Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change the Whirlpool direct drive pump. It's pretty much the standard pump that's used on most of the machines. It's pretty easy to change and it's only going to take us a few minutes to show you how to do it. The main features of the pump are the two hoses out to the drain line, and this is from the tub. It also has the impeller drive, which locks onto the motor shaft, has two flats that drives the pump, and also the 4 feet that makes sure that the pump sits on the motor square. The first thing we have to do is to remove the control panel. It's usually held in place by 2 screws. They're located in either the front or the rear of the control panel. Some models have trim covers that you have to lift off to gain access to the screws, and on other models they have spring clips that you have to slip a putty knife underneath to release them. Once you have your screws out, slide the control panel forward about 1/2 inch and lift it back over the back of the machine. With the console out of the way, we have to go ahead and disconnect the lid switch and remove the 2 retaining spring clips that hold the body to the frame. With a flathead screwdriver, just pry them out. Next, we have to go ahead and remove the body from the frame of the washer. So we have to lift up on the lid and grab the body right here. Put your foot against the body of the machine. Tilt the body up to a 45-degree angle and lift it off the machine. With the body off the washer, we now have access to the inside of the machine so we can do our repair. Since we're disconnecting the hoses, you may get some water that leaks out. So go ahead and put a towel down on the floor to catch any of it, soak it up. First thing we're going to do is take the clamps off with the pliers and then pull the hoses off. The pump is held in by 2 clips that you can pry off with a flathead screwdriver, the upper and the lower one. Go ahead and turn the upper one 90 degrees, pull it out of the motor. You can leave the lower one in place. Once the clamps are off, go ahead and pull the pump off the motor. Should hopefully come off fairly easy. If it's been leaking for a while and the shaft is rusted and swollen, it may stick inside the pump and you may actually have to pry it off or actually cut it off, depending upon how bad the shaft is. All right, here we have our new pump. If you already have one, great. If not, you can get one from AppliancePartsPros.com. The only thing that we really have to do before we put this in is make sure that the flats on the impeller shaft line up with the flats on the motor shaft, so the pump will slide on nice and easy. The pump should slide on really easy. If you feel any resistance or anything like that, and you had a bunch of black residue on the shaft, you're going to have to take some more of it off with a file or some sandpaper. Don't force the pump on, otherwise you might ruin the new seal. With the flats lined up, we're going to go ahead and push our pump back on. Go ahead and put in the lower clip. Take the upper clip that you took out, put it in the motor mount, turn it 90 degrees, snap it over the pump. Then we have to go ahead and reconnect our 2 hoses and put the clamps back on. The new pump's installed. We can go ahead and put the body back on the machine and take it for a test spin. In order to put the body back onto the frame, we have to do it the exact same way that we took it off. So go ahead and lift up the lid, grab the lip of the machine, put your foot at the base, tilt it up 45 degrees, and carry it back over to the machine and put it on. When you're sliding the body back onto the frame, make sure you get the lower lip underneath the frame, and then lower it down onto the 4 locking tabs. So just go ahead and hook the clips onto the back panel, and with your flathead screwdriver, push them down into place. reconnect the lid switch. To close up the console, all you do is rotate it forward over the front of the machine. Make sure the locking tabs lock in place. Pull it back about a ½ inch and replace the screws. Now that you have the machine reassembled, you can go ahead and plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a test spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.